What didn't you know going into your first year of the NFL that you can sit here and say, Brad, here's what I learned about the deal?
You know, I would like to say that I had a great supporting staff and, you know, a lot of people around me and, you know, guys who had been there before and, you know, even right when I stepped in, you know, just my teammates being able to help prepare me. But I guess just the preparation week in and week out, you know, regardless if you're winning and losing, to go in and they said it in college, you know, every practice is going to be like a game. But it's not like the NFL. I mean, every single practice felt like a game to me. I mean, I was walking off the field exhausted, but the more I started treating it like a game every time I stepped on the field and really was trying to perfect my craft and the things that I maybe wasn't doing so well and just attacking that during practice, each week I was getting better and better.
What are some things you may do this off season that, okay, I know it's going to come and I know it's going to be a 20-plus week grind on my body?
Right.
Anything?
You know, I'd like to think that, you know, the way that I attack my off-season training, you know, is you know, very well organized and pertain to me and how my body reacts. You know, over the years, you kind of have to learn your body. You got to know, you know, what it reacts to, what it doesn't react to. And sometimes when you switch it up, you know, your body might not react to it, and you're like, okay, I'm just going to go back to what works. You might as well stick to what works. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But I think this off season, you know, a big thing is going to be spending a lot of time with Josh on the field, throwing the ball and getting a lot of routes and timing in, and because I feel like that's going to be a big, you know, kind of integral part, because obviously we this time last year had no idea we'd be playing with one another, and you know, up until week 4 we had no idea we'd be playing with each other, and then he comes into that starting role, and now you have to start really getting the timing down and in practice, but you still have a game on Sunday, so now we can kind of get all those little kinks out of the way, you know, this off season, and really kind of hone in on our timing and what works for us.
It's funny because I'll see guys and talk with guys that in baseball they'll go work on something, major leaguers. Basketball guys want to improve their mid-range jump shot or their footwork in the off season. NFL guys, completely different deal. It is in your position in particular, it's a timing 100%. Deal. And so that's not something that you can practice on your own. You've got to have Josh there with you. Will you do it here? Will you go to LA? Where will you guys work?
We'll be in LA because Josh is back at school right now, you know, finishing up some classes. So I'll be out there in LA, probably using UCLA's facilities, just you know, getting on the field. And you know, like you said, it would be easier for me to say, oh, I just want to improve my releases, or I want to work on one-handed catches or whatnot. But if I have good releases, Josh still has to throw the ball, and I still got to make the catch. So, 100% agree when it comes to, you know, this sport, and especially my position, it's all about timing.
If you were to look back on Josh and the beating that he took, I really admire how he hung in there this season. And I've seen guys, Christian, that have taken the beating, and by the end of the season, they're just done. I didn't see that in him. You see him obviously in a different environment. I really admired how he grew and hung in there this season.
So did I, and I say it to everybody. I mean, people don't realize how tough he is, because he was taking some shots, and when you're out there and you see it firsthand, I mean, he was taking shots, and you know, the media can say whatever they want, and you know, at the end of the day, he is who he is, and you know, the thing that, you know, I give, you know, so much props to him about, it impresses me, is, you know, he'll even say, you know, I was just being soft that play. Like, if you're a quarterback.
So in the huddle.
Yeah, or you asking me.
On the sideline.
Yeah, are you all right? Yeah, I was just being soft. I'm good. Let's go. That's what you want to hear from your quarterback. So we like to joke around and keep it light out there, you know, especially, you know, 2 young guys. You know, we like to keep it light, not try to get, you know, too uptight and intense, and try to play loose, and, you know, just go out there and have fun. And, you know, you see it when we're on, you know, the offense is clicking, and, you know, we're out there making plays. I mean, it's just fun.
Cliff Kingsbury comes in. Have you visited with him yet?
Yes, I ran into him 2 weeks ago. You know, he was walking around the building, and, you know, we ran into one another, and it was good to see him for, you know, the first time of him, you know, being here, and just talked about, you know, what we're going to do, you know, offensively, and, you know, throw it around a little bit, and just can express, you know, how much, you know, we're ready to get to work.
This offense, it can be an Arena Football League number type offense. Can be. What do you expect it to be?
Yeah, I was, I've been getting asked this a lot recently, and, I think a lot of people are under the impression, air raid, 5 wide, we're going to be in shotgun the whole entire time, and I don't think it's going to be any of that. I know that, he's such a creative mind, and, in this league, you offensively, you can't be successful unless you don't have a solid running game.
Right.
And so, you have to line up with 2 tight ends and be able to run it between the tackles. And we have an all-pro running back there that, needs his touches as well, because he can affect the game as much as anybody. So I think you're going to see a lot of diversity, and just being able to put our skill players in the right positions to make those plays. And, I feel like this offense is going to be all about mismatches, getting these mismatches against the defense and, taking advantage of those opportunities.
I appreciate you coming in studio.
Thank you.
It's good seeing you.
Yes, sir.